Hi guys, you are welcome back to our channel. And if you are new here, then this is a Talkcast show. And before that, I just want to use this opportunity to wish everyone out there, especially our viewers and subscribers, a prosperous and a happy new year. You are all welcome into 2024. And in today's topic, we are going to talk about ladies or women in particular. And it's all about, is it, advisable to keep a woman in the house as a housewife or not? Yeah, that is what we're going to be talking about today. So stay glued to your seat and let's dive right into the video. So, guys, on my right
Nanajiman.
and on my left,
Isaiah John.
okay. So tell me, what is your opinion about this whole issue?
Okay, what I can say about it is deciding to make a woman a housewife or not is a two-way decision. Anytime one partner decides to make that decision, it makes the whole thing a selfish one, and it brings friction to the family. And what we are talking about today definitely is about marriage, right?
Yeah.
Because in the case of boyfriend girlfriend, it doesn't happen that way. Okay, so in my view, I wouldn't agree to make my wife a housewife. I wouldn't, because in my perspective, I love to see women in that kind of class, working class. You go to work, you come, we discuss how was work, you discuss your views about what happened at work, we discuss and all that. I really hate it when a woman becomes a liability on a man. That a man has to provide everything in the house, then you just sit at home, take care of the house, eat, sleep, go for shopping, those stuffs. No. And when I say a woman being a liability, I don't mean a woman should work and bring the money to me, but I mean we should
Support.
build a family
Yeah.
together. So
Equality.
exactly. So there might be certain times that even you, the woman, you might need something for yourself that you shouldn't even go to the man to ask. So if you are working, at least you also have something that you can use to provide for yourself or something, or maybe your family might need assistance or something. So I'm really not in for.
Mr. Isaac.
Wow. Housewife. And from different perspectives, each and every one has his own understanding about being a housewife. A man may be dictating for his wife to be a housewife, the lady opting for herself to be a housewife. As my brother said, I per se, I don't buy into that idea of a lady being a housewife, living in the house for 24/7, for the man to go out, make money and bring it home, thinking that the woman has to take care of the house. That is what we say. She has to take care of the house. So I don't buy into that idea, and I wish I have an opposite idea to my brother. But today we all have the same idea that we don't buy
Is it because
into.
is it because you guys are men?
No, not really,
Not really.
You see, in this economy, forget about the hardship.
Yeah.
Why would you go to school, attain your degree, and come and sit at home and say I'm a housewife? I know some ladies will buy in for it, all because they will have time to go for shopping, doing all sort of things to please themselves and all that. But aren't you going to get bored? Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. You guys made it clear to me that there is no way you are going to allow your wives to be housewives, right? Okay. So what if, let's say you are rich, you're super rich, that even if your wife is not work, or even if you do not work for, let's say, 5 years, you are still going to survive? Would you still allow your wife to still be working aside being rich?
Yeah. Do you know one thing? When it comes to going out to work, to a lady, that's one thing I look up to when I want to get married, even though I'm married now.
Yeah.
For you being the lady to explore, you were being taken care of. Your parents took you to school,
Yeah.
you have your degrees, you have an education background which can set you up for something. So, what will make a lady stay in the house and I prefer to be a housewife. And what will make a man also say to his wife that I want you to be a housewife because I have money to take care of. And I think one of the most difficult jobs you can get is being a housewife. Notwithstanding, maybe having 3, 2, 4 children in the house, and you being a woman sitting in the house. And don't forget, sitting at one place is so boring to the extent that what will come into your mind?
But being a housewife doesn't mean like you are just in the house too. For at least there are days you will go out, have fun. Yeah.
It is there.
Yeah.
But as I said, me choosing a wife, one thing I look up to is a woman who can explore her potentials.
Exactly.
So you have your degrees, you went and studied something. You had your mindset that maybe in the future you want to be this. And why is it that you came to marry a man who is rich, all because I'm rich? Now you prefer to be a housewife, to stay in the house. The man should go out, bring money.
No, it isn't that she prefers to be a housewife, but as Nana first said, it is an agreement. A man like cannot make that decision all alone, right? It is an agreement between the man and the woman. Okay, fine, I married you. I feel I have the money to take care of you in our case. I just want you to stay home and take care of the kids, take care of the house, cook, clean, that's all, and look good for me. I think that is simple.
Okay, what if
Yeah.
I prefer hiring somebody and making my wife explore what she wants to do? To me,
Yeah.
it will never happen in my house. So today, can I use the Bible again?
You can. So no matter how rich you
No
become,
matter how rich I become, no.
there is no way
No.
your wife is going to be a housewife.
No. My wife must explore what she went to school to study, what she dreamt of being
Exactly.
when she hadn't met me. Because when she wasn't my wife, she had a dream.
Okay.
So not because I'm rich, I must make my wife a housewife. She has a dream. She has to explore her dream.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So the riches I have, she can depend on the riches to make her own dreams. That is the best thing for a lady. So the Bible says something in Proverbs chapter 31 when you talk about a virtuous woman. So the chapter 30, the verse 13 says something that the woman takes care of the house. And one thing she said is she provide and bring food to the house, even from far away. Even from far away. She goes to the farm, has a large farm, works with her hand. And Proverbs 31 stated a lot of things concerning a virtuous woman. So if I am religious, if I want to build a home, why should I keep my wife if she wants to explore? And I, as a man, don't have that idea of keeping a lady as a housewife. So my home, there's not going to be something like a housewife, because my wife will be working and I'm also working. And we are multi-rich. She's rich and
So
I'm rich.
you prefer to hire a house help to help with the choice than to make your wife a
Than to
housewife.
make my wife a housewife.
Okay.
If I'm to come in, I will also say I wouldn't prefer to pick a house help. I would prefer we all do the house chores together. We leave to our various workplaces. I like what my brother said, explore your potentials. You see, most times when we are talking, I say something like, what are you bringing on board as a woman? That statement, when you talk about it, people think it's about money.
Yeah.
No. What are you bringing on board? We cherish women who bring something sensible on board. Not the type that anything my husband says, I follow. Ajwa, me pese say, okay, I hate me when that statement alone bores me.
So you expect the woman to argue or bring out her point.
Not argue. I mean, we all went to school.
Yeah.
University or tertiary institution. It means you have a general knowledge about everything. If you do a course in tertiary, it doesn't mean your brain is only fixed to, my brother is a lab person, not only for lab. You have a broad knowledge on every aspect of life. So if we are discussing, okay, yeah, I think it's a nice idea. Okay, then why don't we add this, put this in, or do this and that? But for your husband to say anything, okay,
if something happens, you can't even share your idea. You can't.
You're talking about a lady working, not necessarily government work alone. It can be business. It can be anything. Sometimes when I watch these Nigerians, I like it. You meet a Nigerian woman. I'm an estate developer or estate something. sometimes I'll be like, hey, this time I thought it was for men, oh, because it deals with working, meeting people for meetings up and down. But Charlie, those people, Charlie, I'm going to meet this agent, we discuss this. And it's so proud that you come home at the end of the day, then your wife tells you, bang, bingo, I was able to hit this deal. Really? How did you go about it? Okay, so or sometimes even before she goes, she will present her presentation she's going to use for you, and you clap for it. You feel proud of yourself. Your children will even be proud that we have a mom who is outspoken and is able to, speak out. Most of the housewives, I don't know whether we've not seen some though, but maybe in the movies, mostly their husbands, in the broth of cancer,
Yeah.
you are being controlled. He expects you to be, you can't even dress well. You are just home, clean, wash, take children to school. The piano why basa. Oh, you're lucky in the higher scenario. No, maybe you are able to dress well. No crown. Where are you? I'm with friends. You're supposed to be. You're a housewife.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be at home. It was a one casa about you feel say I used my slave be. Yeah.
And I want to chip in this concerning being a housewife. Thinking about our kids, this is one thing children carry along when they grow up. So if we have kids and they are growing up, seeing our mother in the house, no matter how the situation be, when the boys in the family grow up and gets married, they will think that that's the right thing to do. Keeping a woman in the house. So it now becomes an order. Stay in the house. I'll go to work. Stay in the house. Work. Do anything in the house. So keeping a woman as a housewife has a lot of disadvantages.
Yeah.
Even though there's an advantage in that, but it has a lot of disadvantages because our kids are going to learn taking the negative aspect of it. Maybe we don't even understand that maybe mom and dad, we came together to understand, agree that your mom is going to be a housewife. But as I'm a boy in the house and I always see my mom in the house not working, my dad will go out, bring money. And as my brother said, whenever that happens, anytime there will be an order from the man.
Yeah.
Because the woman, you are being placed in the house to serve. Like as most of the men says, African woman, they said the man is over teenager. So if you're in the house, what the guys in the house will think is, Obadie, what the any jare. It is a cranny free fear warrior, or also the only man say, I was a teenager. So who's an European, and most of the men are jealous because of this. When they see their ladies exploring, and it starts from housewife. So a cranny who say, and I say, Beman who say, they explore more. Even people are jealous that my wife is even taking more salary than me. So he preferred that now stay home. I'll go because you are taking the leadership in the house. So for being a housewife in my house, as my brother said, we are not going to condone housewife in my house. Both of us, we are going out. We work together and build a family.
Nana, you said something. You said that you prefer to do the choice with your wife, then you go out together. So fine. And you said there is no way you are going to, hire a house up. So what if you have a tight schedule? Let's say you go out around 5:30 or let's say 6 a.m. right? And come back around 7 to 8. For example, you live in Accra, Kumasi with heavy traffic. Yeah, you close from work around 6. And they say with the traffic and everything, you get home around 7. Same applies to your wife. In case your wife is a business owner or no, let's say she also has the same tight schedule as you. You leave around 6, come back around 7 to 8. How are you going to manage? With kids too. How are you going to cook? How are you going to clean? How are you just going to manage with everything? Since you claim you're not going to hire a house help.
So as you said, it all depends on the timing. We are supposed to leave house around 5:30. In as much as possible, we are supposed to wake up earlier, then prepare them. Then about the late coming, God be so good. Of late, the schools that our kids go, they have avenues that they can stay late as to the time you can come and pick them. Where maybe you have to pay something extra. Yeah, that one can help. So in a worst case scenario, if you think the work maybe your wife is doing and yours, you don't have time for the kids at all and it's breaking the family, either if your mom is available to help, one, If she's not available to help, you can discuss. It's about discussion. Discuss with your partner. Okay, what else do you have in mind to do aside maybe working in maybe at ministries? Maybe she has a business plan or something. Then you can help open that business for her. With that, she can go anytime she wants, close anytime she wants,
But
just
you
to
know, it's
safeguard the
not as
family.
easy as you say.
Yeah, so
It's
that's
not
what
as
I'm saying.
easy
It's
as
a discussion between the two
yeah.
of you. Huh. But for you, I the autocratic way of getting up in the morning and decide that, woman, stop your work, be at home. It's not fair.
Not stop your work, but it should be a decision between the
So
both of
yeah,
you.
so that's what I'm
You should
saying.
arrive at
Good. So that's what I'm saying. Most of the times,
yeah,
the woman can even suggest,
Mm.
honey, I think your work is tight.
yeah,
Mine is also tight.
Yeah.
And the kids are important to us. We also don't want to go in for house
yeah.
Okay, so why don't you think of something different? I think I have a plan. I like to sew.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can venture into fashion design. Is that what you want? Are you sure you'll be okay with that? And you'll be surprised that she will do even far better, more better in that field than she was working at the bank. I have a friend here who was working at GCB Bank here. She stopped. She's now having a daycare, what do you call it, shop, big one at Kumasi. I spoke with her and I was like, when I gave birth, I bought something from her and I was like, hey, Matisse, where bank? And I said, yeah, so I had to take care of the family. So I stopped and I got a shop and I'm doing so well. She has not regretted leaving the banking service. So it's about,
But that thing doesn't apply to everyone.
that's what I'm saying, that
Yeah.
know where you can fit in. Then you discuss with your partner. If you think the house help will help, cool. We've seen situations where the house help come and they also do their own thing. They spoil the whole thing. Aside that, crowd, they have impact on the kids.
Yeah.
Hey, because
they are literally
yeah,
the
I want
ones
my
that
kids
raise
to
the
be that
kids.
sharp
Yeah.
and brilliant. Going to pick a village girl, what is she coming to teach my kids?
But nowadays they have educated households.
That is what I'm saying.
You know that
If
from
you don't go-
agencies.
if
yeah.
you don't go for that, and maybe your mom says that, let me bring you a girl from the village, what is she coming to teach your kids?
Yeah, so you should know what to go in for.
So it all has its advantages and disadvantages, but it boils down on the two of you. Discuss, know what you want, then go for it.
Wow. So there is no way in your life that you will ever allow your wife to be a household.
To be a household.
To be a housewife.
No,
rather.
no, housewife, no.
There is no way.
No.
Okay, so what if when you married her, she wasn't working?
So definitely you've gone to school. You got work to do. That is what I'm saying. So when we say work, it's not only centered around government work, office work and all that.
I know.
Business is there.
You're talking about business, but you have forgotten it is one that you need to set up a
So
business.
you, the man, that is why I'm saying it's a collective
Yeah.
agreement. So before you marry, this, let me say this, it is very important you discuss this before you marry. If you go and discuss it after marriage, friction, it won't help. It will be very different. Discuss what she bear man or so pay or worry what you say. These are some of the communications you should be having. But you see, the youngsters we are coming, we don't remember all these things.
Yeah.
Then we start, hey, go and measure program, how big I want to do it. Discuss with the man, hey, into your worry, the maintenance fees are and I say you best set up business be and do and have all those plans down. So that immediately after the marriage, there you go.
Do you agree with him?
Yeah, I agree. This will maybe take us to another topic.
Okay.
This must be done when you want to choose a life partner. So you don't enter into marriage. And inside marriage, you start talking about this. What do I want to do? What do you also want to do? We get to know all these things when we are together. When we are courting or we are dating. Right? So you went into a relationship with a lady who you know that she doesn't work. And you want to get married to that lady. So in the first place, what comes into your mind? You discuss with the lady, what do you want to do? What can I do to help? So with all this, you get it on board. So before you even get married, you know that after marriage, this is what we are going to do. You are going to venture into this. You are going to venture into this. Everything is about money, right? Yeah. So you, the man, if you don't have money, that also is another topic. Not having money and going in for a lady who doesn't work is another topic. So if the man can finance the lady to bring up something, then you have to come together, find a solution, what the lady will be doing after your marriage, because you can't marry a lady and let her be in the house for more than a year too, while you, the man, even the salary you take a month, is something like a peanut. So you come together and find something to do. And concerning what my brother said about the household, and I per se, I don't buy into the idea of a household, but situations can make you go in for a household.
Yeah.
You can have your mom, you can have your family members, but your mom can also be so weak that in a point your mom can never wake up at 4 o'clock to bath your babies, because nowadays we can even take children to school as early as 4:30 a.m.,
Yeah.
5 a.m. And you, the man, you're leaving home around 4, you're leaving home around 4:30. So just look at how stressed the system has been. And nowadays it's not like the olden days. Many things has changed. I think last 2 weeks I was moving from a Ejeso to a Efijase. And when I got to a Efijase, there was one lady in the vehicle that I was in. Young girl, I think 8 years. And this girl goes to school from Efijase to Kumasi Ahonjo. Every morning, Efijase to Ahonjo. How possible? Leave the house around 5 a.m. and comes home around 6:30 p.m. So if you are a parent and you have this kind of situation, what are you going to do?
That's
The
it.
man is not in the house, the woman is not in the house. And even the baby coming home around 6:30, she's going to stay at some place before her mom comes back from work around 8 p.m. to take her home.
So hold on. So would you guys, right? Would you guys agree with me that this is one of the reasons why I think it's quite okay if you make your wife a housewife?
It is a reasonable idea if you want to.
Yeah, it's a reasonable idea
It's a
because just
reasonable
look at
idea.
what he's trying to tell me right
I
now.
will still
Just
not
look
buy
at the
it.
stress the
I will
woman,
still
the
not
man,
buy
and the
it.
kids have to
I
go
will still
through.
not buy it in the
But
case
if
that
the wife
after
is a housewife, then
At any point, there is a good reason even stealing.
yeah.
There is even a good reason for somebody to steal. So I won't debunk what you are saying.
yeah,
But even it being a reasonable idea for you to have your woman as a housewife, as I said, don't forget, look at the system we are in now.
mm-hmm.
And there will be a situation. You can't say onipa ehofunu nipa.
Mm-hmm.
And there will be a situation that your lady will be in the house. Your lady will not provide anything. Your lady will not bring anything on board. Being ideas. Somebody can marry a woman because of her idea. I have a friend like that. She got married to a woman because of her idea. The lady had a very bright, and the way the woman is so intelligent now, the guy married the woman just to bring that idea on board to make his business flourish. And they are booming. It is a man if you when you marry, Okofia when him say, or plan of
Yeah.
anything he discussed with his wife, the woman brings out a solution. And none of the energy, and he's booming. It is Abanu of fear, that's why she brings on board, even though she's not working. It is a when it's Abani, then you want to go in for a woman and place a woman as a Obi housewife, Nanya say, oh, scam and a bros no person or no. But that is his ideology. Sani a woman who him. Nane mami tifie until Sumawari on the be in the house.
Yeah.
And if that happens, don't forget, say, a yet then ya or banning our best so.
Yeah.
If you say anything the lady wants, you must provide. Now say Drew Brenner, if you can't provide that, then what comes out? Banana abeshano so. So, and American, even stealing, you have a good reason to steal.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean say we will accept you stealing.
So-
If you have a good reason to be a housewife, for me, it is not a reason for me to make my wife a housewife.
So to add a little to what my brother said, even
Conclude for me,
Even I mean, in the decision of you staying at the house, you can still make yourself useful.
Yeah.
Now, so many of the works are remote.
Yeah.
You can be at home
And work online.
have your laptop.
Yeah.
You can even write books
Yeah.
online. You get paid.
Yes.
So that is what I said. A lady who brings something on board. So you see, bringing on ideas, you can decide to bring something like this. Okay, I can be at home, but still I can work remotely. Just get me a laptop. Once I take the kids to school, I'll be at home. What will you be
Yeah.
doing after school? You watch their turns, the rest is what? You can still make yourself useful and it will still help.
Yeah.
In another case, you can still have a shop that is
Online
booming.
shopping.
Yes.
Not
online
even shop
shopping.
herself, but with this online
Yes.
thing, you can
So
you
now
can
the
even
way
do
the
this
world is,
online
the way
thing.
the world is going,
We are even going
yes, digital.
yeah, digital. So
Yes.
yeah.
Because you can be in a home and do everything.
yeah.
Yes.
And even there are some men that even work from home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Housewife
So-
and seven crowd, you're just taking it out for now.
So, in my conclusion, what I would say is,
Say
before
that-
you think of making your wife a housewife, think twice
Or
about
when
it.
wiring.
Make that decision before your marriage.
wiring.
Yeah, make that decision before your marriage.
Just anyone and so also. Baby,
No cry more about no cry and near many so yeah. Friends
And
can
also
set
crowd
in.
is
Yeah.
vanity fear.
Obe friend call for.
You know who say oh.
Hey, now, eh?
Gates man are forward cheap.
Or people, even gives avenue.
We
it
are
even
not
gives-
acting Nigerian movie.
It
Eh?
even gives avenue to people to even call your wife. Hey, now what's if you kunu on how people will be
And then
advising your
Nigerian
wife.
movie near you. Life is not like life is not a Nigerian movie. So Nigerian
Life is
movie
not
now
a fairy
be your wife of your bekona. Oh, get man forward cheap. So guys, you heard them right. They gave their point. So let me know what you think about this whole thing. Okay, just drop your comments in the comment section and I'll be reading them. But this is where we end today's video. This program was hosted at some friends pub and restaurant. See you in our next video. Bye.